Hey everyone, it's Evan again, and sorry I haven't been uploading. I've been kind of sick through, before Christmas. But I'm feeling better now. But I'm not going to feel good doing this week, because at least it's a half week, because the week's halfway through. So throughout the second half of the week, I'm going to review bad episodes of cartoons a week. I'm going to review bad episodes of various cartoons. And today, I'm going to rant on an episode of Spongebob, which is probably one of my favorite cartoons ever. And that is an episode from 2010, and that is A Pal for Gary. Now, the plot of this episode is SpongeBob is worried about Gary because he's worried that he's kind of bored when he has to go to work, so he gets a new pet so that Gary can spend time with him. And it's a little green and purple fish, which he names Puffy Fluffy. How would SpongeBob know about fluff? He's a sea creature, and no sea creatures have fluff. Yeah, whatever. But then it turns out being a monster when SpongeBob isn't looking, and Gary tries to tell SpongeBob, and SpongeBob never believes it, and Gary has to do every he can to survive getting killed by Puffy Fluffy. So that's pretty much the plot of this episode. Where do I begin? I know everybody's talked about this episode, but I thought I'd join the club. I like to join stuff. This is the very first SpongeBob episode I hated. SpongeBob is just a jerk in all of this. He's always yelling at Gary. He's always being angry. He's nothing like himself. SpongeBob isn't usually angry. And he blames Gary for everything. He tries to feed food to Gary and he says, "Where are your manners? You be nice and share with Puffy Fluffy." Okay, first of all, how is Gary supposed to know he's supposed to share? And two, why couldn't you just get a second bowl? And at the end, Puffy Fluffy turns into this huge monster and he's about to eat Gary. And what does SpongeBob do? He says, "Oh, Gary, I'm so sorry. I should have listened to you." That's what he should have said. But you know what he says? "You put Puffy Fluffy down right now." Are you serious? Even Patrick isn't that stupid. No character is that stupid. It was clearly like Puffy Fluffy was a giant monster and he was trying to eat Gary. He's in between his mouth. And SpongeBob says, "You put Puffy Fluffy down right now." That's not funny. SpongeBob's not supposed to be stupid. He's just, what's the word? He's a little naive, not completely stupid. And even at the end, Gary saves SpongeBob. Does he say, "Gary, thank you for saving me. I'll promise to never let Puffy Fluffy near you again"? No, instead he says, "Gary, what do you have to say for yourself?" He just saved you from being eaten, and that's how you respond? Well, this was written by Richard Purcell, the writer of Ren Seeks Help. And that kind of explains a lot. Think about it. It's nothing but animal abuse. It has a mean-spirited tone, and it's just not pleasant to watch. So I definitely recommend skipping A Pal for Gary. It's a horrible episode. However, it was the worst SpongeBob episode I've seen until yesterday. Yesterday, I saw one SpongeBob episode that's even worse than this. It's written by the same writers, and it was even worse than this, and it qualified as the worst one to me. And it's written by the same writers as this one. It was so bad, it was this close to being as bad as Run Seeks Help. So tune in tomorrow, and I'll share just what it is. You'll wait and see. So that's my rant on A Pal for Gary. See you next time.